2.5 minutes until kickoff. I am Matthew Vincente Palumbo. We are live from MacArthur Field. Meaningful football being played on November 15th. The Central Washington Wildcats come in with a perfect 8-0 Lone Star Conference record. The Wolves 7-1, and the implications are simple here. What we're going to bring to you on Woo TV. If the Wolves win, they will win their first outright Lone Star Championship in team history, only their third year in the conference. It's amazing. There is postseason implications between their arch nemesis, the Wildcats of Central Washington from Ellensburg. Ranked 6th in the country, Wolves 24. Let's take a look at the last 5 games as these teams come in riding a
Central
big-time winning
you
streak.
are my dizzying team.
Wildcats
There's
on
my
an
heads.
8-game burner right now,
American
and the
flag is
Wolves
tails.
right behind them with 6
Heads and tails.
wins in a row, including
What is your call?
a win
The call
last
is
week down in
tails.
the state of Texas, 31-7, setting up
It is
this
tails.
big-time matchup with
Central Washington has won the toss. Elected
ramifications that we have not seen here since 2019. 2019 was the first year in over a decade that Western Oregon was able to go to Ellensburg and secure a victory en route to their only co-championship in the GNAC Conference. And these are the last 2 combatants that are standing. Central Washington and Western Oregon got absorbed by the Lone Star Conference 3 years ago, along with Simon Fraser, but Simon Fraser no longer has a football program. So the last bastion of Division II football is right here in Monmouth, Oregon, in Ellensburg, Washington. Some people around the country don't know where those places are, but championship football is going to be played today in the state of Oregon at MacArthur Field in Monmouth, Oregon. What can I say about this? The Wolves have everything to play for today. They are letting 19 seniors go and play in front of this crowd one last time. A capacity crowd of nearly 3,000 already on hand, and I will give the Wildcats of Central Washington all the credit in the world. They travel well. We are about set for kickoff in 60 minutes of smash mouth football. Let's be plain and simple. This game will be played between the 20s. Both teams know what the other is. It's like looking at a picture of yourself or a reflection in the mirror. David Weber will kick it away, the 5'10", 180-pound junior from Switzerland. Back deep is Terrion Sweet, and it looks like Tyler can hold. Nope, take that back all the way back deep. Cyrus Taylor lets it go into the end zone. It'll be a touchback for the Wolves, and they'll get their first offensive possession behind Jordan McCarty. What can you expect from this offense today? I believe you're going to see an established offensive line play their best game of the season, and they will need to. First and second down are going to take precedent in this game. Third and long is no place to be or to be behind the sticks against this Wildcats defense that is only giving up a paltry sum of points. They have outscored their opponents by 300. They've racked up 91 and 73 a week ago at Sol Ross. McCarty will be in the shotgun. 4 wide receivers in this set, and Jermaine Lamb will be the starting tailback. He'll set out in motion. McCarty on the power run goes off of the left side, heads towards the sideline, and a penalty flag comes out of the backfield. Talk about something you just cannot have. Holding is going to be the call against the Wolves. Pre- and post-snap penalties are going to be no-nos
number 71.
in a rivalry
10-yard
game
penalty.
with this
Replay
type
first down.
of atmosphere and the implications. Up front today at left tackle will be Cameron Spolinski, number 71. Left guard, Emilio Castaneda. Center, Nick Weber. Baker Cox playing right guard, wearing number 77. And David Fuiava, right tackle, number 52. First down and 20. Wolves will be behind the sticks. They'll send their tight end in motion. High snap. They give it off to Land. Land tries on the left side and doesn't get much there. A stingy defense start for the Wildcats. Logan Lishanis, the linebacker, 6'2", 230-pound redshirt sophomore from Puyallup, Washington, on the tackle. Trips wide receivers to the high side of your television screen if you're just joining us here on Flow Sports. Jermaine Land will get the quick kick-out pass, but he doesn't pick up much. This game is going to be very interesting about field position. You can leverage a lot of things on a short field, and the Wildcats defense comes out rocking, only giving up a yard in 3 plays. McCarty now looks over the middle, and it's going to be a coverage sack. McCarty has to eat the dust. Coming out to kick will be Kyle Babcock. Take that back, it'll be Zane Colson. Wildcats will look to capitalize with their special teams with great field position. High snap, kick is away, and it will be fielded by the Wildcats at their own 45. They'll take it out about 6 or 7 yards on the return. Mika Roberson with the punt return, and it will be Central Washington starting their first drive in Wolves territory at the 49-yard line. 3 and out, not a good way to start for the Wolves. Kennedy McGill, number 17, will come out at quarterback in the shotgun. This is a man that possesses over 2,000 all-purpose yards running and throwing up the middle, and nothing working there for the Wildcats on their first play from scrimmage. Malcolm Liaufau with a wonderful tackle, maybe a half yard picked up by Central Washington on their first play. Jalen Grable at the bottom of your screen. Man in motion. Not a quarterback keeper, but a handoff to the tailback, and he's got first down yardage, it looks like, from my vantage point. Justice Taylor with a nice run. Dylan Camp with the tackle for Western Oregon. They'll move the chains and a first down for Central Washington. Wildcats of Central Washington finished second in the Lone Star Conference their first 2 years, now atop the conference with a chance at a championship with a win today. Play action from McGill. He'll roll out to find a wide open target, but a great play made in the open field by Darren Ulrich Jr. Andrew Malloy tied in with the reception. Darren Ulrich Jr., one of the 19 seniors commemorated before the game. No gain on the play. McGill with 16 touchdowns on the season through the air. Play action again, and they get it out to a wide open receiver. Camp's going to get his second tackle. Samanje Featherstone, 5'11", 180-pound junior from Oakland, California, picks up 8 yards. Wolves defense shifts on the defensive line. 3rd down and 3. Handoff up the middle, and the Wolves defense is up to the task. Stuffing the attempt for a first down. No gain from Taylor, and at 4th and 3, Chris Fiskin, the head coach of the Wildcats, with their 8-0 conference record, going forward on 4th down, just under 10 minutes remaining here in the first quarter. It's going to be a quarterback keeper off the left side, and McGill is going to get the yardage needed by about a half a yard. Second first down for Central Washington on their opening drive. Taylor back in the game at tailback. Ryder Bumgarner in the game as well at receiver. 2 running backs flank McGill. 1st and 10 on the 27. Taylor goes off the right side. It could have been Pula that came over on the defensive line. Elijah Pula does get credit for the tackle. Opportunistic defense all season long. It seems where the football is where you'll see the Western Oregon Wolves be like a pack of wolves. They get around it. They're going to try to protect the den today, and they need to win the turnover battle. McGill looks left, comes back right, surveys the field with a low throw and incomplete. Coverage by Dylan Camp. Featherstone was the target. Number 29, Tyler Copeland. Nice game last week down in Texas. Picked up 2 big interceptions on the season. This Wolves defense has forced over 20 turnovers. One of the top-ranked teams in all of Division II football on the defensive side of the ball. 3rd down and 8 at the 25-yard line. Chance for the Wolves defense to step up and assert themselves. McGill will look left, come back to the middle of the field, and it's picked off by Copeland. Copeland's at the 25, at the 30. Now at the 35, looking for a blocker, gets to midfield. And a great start. McGill does not see his line of sight. Tyler Copeland comes up with his 3rd interception in 2 games. That's what you want to dial up. Look at Copeland just sit back, didn't even see it coming. McCarty will come out with Tyler Knold and a sense of enthusiasm as they mark the ball on their own 45 after a 20-yard return for Tyler Copeland. Had a chance to speak with Andrew Copeland, his father. Wanted to make sure his son got proper credit. Kayvon Edey now in motion in the backfield. McCarty's going to throw. Had a man wide open in Cody Hall. And Cody Hall just ran about 3 yards too far on that look, but they had what they were looking for. Whistle on the field.
Game clock operator, please put 7:23 on the game clock. We'll
Adding
start on the
6
snap.
seconds to the clock. McCarty does get the job done, averages right in that kind of 140 yards a game. But right now, they've got to get this run game started. They give it to Jermaine Land, and there is no room for number 23. It's going to bring up 3rd and long. Under 7 minutes here in the first quarter of action. Zero, 3rd and 9 on the Wolves' 44. McCarty flushed out of the pocket, looking right, steps into a good throw, and he returns the favor with an interception to the Wildcats. Back-to-back turnovers for the Wolves and for the Wildcats. Wild start to this
Holding.
game.
Offense number 44. That penalty is declined. First down, Central Washington.
The interception by King Williams. Wolves don't do themselves any favors, and they give Central Washington great field position again. Ryan Bumgarner now in the backfield with McGill. McGill 800 plus yards on the ground, over 1,200 through the air. Quarterback keeper off of the right side, maybe a yard there, and it's Northcutt with the tackle. Another senior here on senior day, Joseph Northcutt. What a career, 16 and a half sacks for number 91. That is tied for fourth most since 2000 and has over 25 tackles for loss. He is a great interior lineman for Arn Ferguson's defense. Second down and 8. On the Wildcat 45, they'll send a man in motion, send him back. McGill's going to throw, he spins away, trying to find time in the pocket, and he finds a wide open target on the Wolves sideline. Samanje Featherstone with his second reception here in the first quarter. A year ago, these teams played to a 13-3 score. Central Washington won. The year before that, it was 17-7. So expect a low-scoring grudge match between these two opponents from the old school GNAC Conference, now part of the Lone Star Conference, playing for a championship on this Saturday. McGill just past the line of scrimmage. Northcutt with another tackle. McGill only 1 of 5 to start this game. 3 of 5, take that back. Picked up 18 yards in the air. Only a yard gain on first down. Now on the woo symbol. Malloy in motion. Topsy-turvy. And Ryder Bumgarner gets tipped over. Not before he picks up about 4 yards on the play. Now in Wolves territory for a second time on a second drive here in the first quarter. Approaching 4 minutes. Looking for a third down conversion is the Wildcats offense. Stacked wide receivers on the right side. McGill, little screen option, has a block, and they'll pick up the first down on a well-designed offensive play. Logan Brady with the reception. It'll move the ball down to the 38-yard line. Wolves on the season have used time of possession to their favor, averaging right around 30 minutes per game, but it has been Central Washington dominating the offensive side of the ball with no score here early in the game. Taylor sent out in motion. Actually, it's Bumgarner. He gets a block, headed down the sideline. He gets to the 15, not before he's cut down by Tyler Copeland. 14-yard pickup for the Wildcats offense, and they move into the red zone for the first time. Under 3 minutes remaining in the first quarter. Aiden Murphy and Malcolm Leofau are the captains of this defense. Linebackers now maybe having to crowd the line, expecting a run. Great extra effort made by the Wildcats to pick up some yards there when it looked like there was nothing. Bumgarner with the 4-yard pickup, moving the ball down to the 15-yard line. Wildcats averaging 47 points a game. McGill looks right, comes back left underneath, and the pass is broken up by Dylan Camp with a couple tackles and now a pass breakup. Great start for the defensive back for the Wolves. We'll get a break in the action with the incomplete pass. It should have stopped the clock, but it has continued to roll.
Game clock operator, please put 1 minute and 40 seconds on the game clock.
9 seconds going to be added after the clock.
It'll start on the
roll
snap.
On the incomplete pass. Five first downs for Central Washington in this opening quarter. 3rd and 6. One takeaway already for this defense for the Wolves. McGill looks left the whole way, now sees room with one-on-one coverage to run for the first down, and he's going to fall just short. McGill saw the back of black and red jerseys and said, I'm going to run this ball myself off of the left side, following a caravan of blockers. 4th down and 1, a chance for a big defensive stand for this Wolves defense. Heading towards a minute left in the first quarter. McGill in the shotgun by himself. 5 of 8 in the afternoon, he'll run up the left side, and he's going to pick up the yardage, or is he not? Depends on the mark. Aiden Murphy comes up with a great tackle, and I believe it's going to be short of the distance. They're going to bring out the chains, but it looks like from this vantage point and this announcer that it's going to be the Wolves' ball. Wildcats turnover on downs. This has all the makings of a heavyweight battle all throughout the afternoon. Military appreciation game here also at MacArthur Field today. Thank you to all the veterans, men and women, who serve our country. Wolves have not been able to generate much in the way of offense here in the first quarter. They'll have the ball back with 43 seconds. An important series coming up is they're going to be deep in their own territory on the 10-yard line. Wildcats so far have shown that they know exactly what the playbook looks like for Western Oregon. Question is, with the bevy of options in the backfield between Land, Workman, Knoll, Terrion Sweet, what are we going to see today? And Jordan McCarty. And we got to take a break. We'll be back for more action here on Flow Sports and Woo TV. Cripes. Take your time, Jordan. was open. Well, we got back just in time. Oh no, Workman wide open on the own 10-yard line, a 40-yard pickup from Workman. What a play fake from Jordan McCarty. Operating and steering this offense right into Wildcats territory, and now playing with a little bit of tempo and some newfound enthusiasm after the big reception from Workman. 8 seconds on the game clock in the first quarter. Another play action play, and oh, what did they have set up there? But it was Samasoni Peawa started running before he got the ball. That'll leave 1 second on the clock. Ball on the Wildcats' 46-yard line with 1 second left in a quarter that has seen 3 turnovers, 2 via the interception from McGill and McCarty, and a turnover on downs by the Wildcats offense. Fight moves into the backfield. They'll hand it to him. A stretch sweep. He'll cut it up the middle and get on the seam. Pick up about 3 or 4 yards, but it is a scoreless first quarter between the Wildcats and the Wolves here on Flow Sports and Woo TV.
That is the end of the first quarter.
Well, to be honest, the first quarter went kind of to script. Basically, 2 big bullies going after each other here against all the odds right now. It is a game with implications and ramifications that we have not seen. First time Central Washington at Monmouth and MacArthur Field since November of 2013. First time they debuted these awesome black uniforms with red coloring and red stitching. There was not much offense in that first quarter for the Wolves until they picked up the 49-yard reception to Carson Workman on the great play action from Jordan McCarty. It'll be 3rd down and 6 when they get back on the field, and this is a place you don't want to be against the Wildcats defense. Impressive club coming from Ellensburg. They travel well, and they are really a program that knows how to win games. That's all I can really say about it, and they're right where they want to be with their destiny in their own hands. They only give up 17.6 points per game. Fight will come in motion. Play action and a fake handoff, and it was McCarty running up the middle to around the 41-yard line. Special teams unit will come on the field. Babcock will kick it away, 43-yard on the first punt of the afternoon. This will be the second here early in the second quarter. Micah Roberson back inside his 10-yard line. Lets it go over his head, and a favorable bounce for the Wolves as they'll down it at the 11-yard line. And this is turned into the game that I expected to see today, in between the 20s. Who's going to blink first? Where are we going to see the explosive plays? We saw the Wolves get one off on that previous drive after the turnover on downs on the 49-yard reception to Carson Workman. But if there's anything we can say about this Wildcats offense this afternoon, steady Eddie it will be. They will run the football. They are a juggernaut in that department. Physical brand of football running right up the middle. Justice Taylor, 6'1", 195-pound redshirt junior from Lakewood, Washington. Taylor had 4 carries for 14 yards in that first quarter. Second down and 6 coming up. Ball at the 17. Taylor goes out of the backfield. Throwing underneath, and Malcolm Leofau almost came up with an interception. Receiver that was open on that play was Logan Brady. Justice Taylor is the second leading rusher on this team behind the quarterback, McGill. Third down and 5. Wolves defense. Bend but won't break, has given up several first downs, but no big plays. McGill is going to pass. Looks over the middle, puts some air underneath it, has a man there, and that is a almost great reception, but broken up at the last minute by Tyler Copeland, who already has an interception this afternoon. McGill takes a look to the left, throws out that way, puts great action on that ball, but could not come down with the catch. Could Central Washington have to punt it away? And yes, they do. Jalen Fight now back at his own 40-yard line. Spiraling kick and a chance at a return. Fight has it, takes one step back, makes a man miss, has a good block, trying to get away from all of the Wildcats, but he's only able to pick up maybe a yard after all of that effort. Matt Overland is the special teams coach, and he's been great over the years at coaching up the special teams of Western Oregon on punt and kickoff returns. McCarty, 1 of 4 in the first quarter for 49 yards. High snap. Keeps it himself after faking to land. Pick up a yard and a half, maybe 2. It'll bring up second down and 8. Both teams' defenses look like stalwarts this afternoon. Wolves have only given up 3.3 yards per rush. The Wolves are struggling on the offensive side of the ball right now, averaging less than a half a yard per touch. Land will come out of the backfield, ball at the 41. McCarty on the power run. He'll fake again. Has a man wide open over the middle. It's Cyrus Taylor. Taylor gets it at the 30, turns to the 25, looking for the 20. Finally taken down. 39-yard pickup. Jalen Fight, not Cyrus Taylor, but wow. Let's take a look at that again. Great individual effort there. Great deception from Coach Harris, the offensive coordinator for the Wolves. McCarty will hand to Land. Nope, another play action, and it is batted down. Dangerous play there as Chase Colson almost had an interception. It'll bring up second down and 10 on the 20-yard line. Scoreless game. A couple of explosion plays have come now with Cody Hall running across the formation. And they see something right now that they like. Send Hall in motion. He picks up over 15 yards. and it's the Wolves with an opportunity to score. Offense cooking with gas. They'll bring in Workman, leading touchdown goer for the Wolves offense this season with 7. Take that back. It looks like they're going to keep Land in the game. Jumbo package, I can believe it. They're going to put it out there right now. Maybe look for McCarty to call his own number 15 on the power run from the 3-yard line. Stacked the right side of the offensive line. Looks like the Wolves got off early and could be a pre-snap penalty. False start is going to be the call. McCarty and Land come to the sideline.
Timeout, Western Oregon.
Timeout by Western Oregon as they're knocking on the door to score. Still 0-0 here on Flow Sports and Woo TV. Well, the Wolves coaching staff has seen something in the Wildcats defense that has woken them up. 3 of 7 on the afternoon is McCarty, but they have been big plays for 104 yards on those 3 receptions. From the 3-yard line, Land gets it, goes off the left side, squirts through, hands go up, touchdown, Wolves, and they are on the board first with a touchdown leading 6-0. Look at Land, follow his blockers. Right into the end zone and pay dirt. Reservations for 6. And it's the Wolves that are going to go on top in this rivalry game and playoff implication Saturday afternoon at MacArthur Field. Colson with the extra point attempt, and it is good with 11 minutes remaining. It's the Wolves on top, 7-0 over the Wildcats. What a great start. Both teams go back and forth, trading punches. And behind the play and the deception of Jordan McCarty today, who's faking the power run as a play action, then pulling the ball back, has found open receivers and open windows today to open up this offense that is predicated on pounding the ground. They have shown some innovation. They look in tune with each other. They're on the same page. Now they've got the lead, and I can tell you something right now. It doesn't matter who you are. The Wildcats aren't used to being behind. Their only loss is to FCS Montana early in the season. They've won 8 games in a row. Like I mentioned, they've been able to put up prolific numbers offensively. 91 points earlier in the season, 73 a week ago. Jermaine Land gets the 4-yard touchdown rush on a 5-play, 61-yard drive that accumulates 2 minutes and 20 seconds of game time. Bumgarner is going to be back deep. Looks like along with Logan Brady or Landon Schaefer. Featherstone actually is going to be back deep. Things to look forward to in your late 40s. Diminishing eyesight. Kickoff is deep towards the end zone. Featherstone has it. Not much room to run. Gets just outside the 20-yard line. And here's our first little bit of extracurricular activity, and it has taken on a little bit more as a couple of Wolves and Wildcats go out of bounds on the Wolves sideline. Tons of emotion in this game today, and really going to be important both teams keep their composure. Ball will start on the 24-yard line for Central Washington. McGill has rushed the ball today 5 times for 12 yards. Spins away from a couple of tacklers there. Post that ball up at the 30-yard line. That'll be about a 6-yard gain. Took it off the right side and spun away from the defenders. Pick up good yardage on first down. Historically, Central Washington disciplined on offense. They are going to stick with their game. They will not be forced out of their routine. Sterling with the tackle for the Wolves. It'll bring up third down here again. Can they get the Wildcats offense off of the field here? Third down and a long 2. Wolves try to make the tackle at the line of scrimmage, but stretching forward is McGill for another first down. It's not pretty football we're seeing from Central Washington, but it's effective. Their 6th first down of the first half. They've already rushed the ball 15 times for just over 50 yards. Between Dylan Camp and Tyler Copeland, the defensive backfield for the Wolves has been on point this afternoon. Murphy now on the left side, maybe showing that he wants to blitz. But he'll go back in coverage. McGill looks to the left, has a man open in Bumgarner. Copeland tries to make the tackle, but he misses him. Going into the sideline and then cutting back into the field. Wildcats will move into Wolves territory. Bumgarner with a reception, moves it 25, 26 yards downfield for a big first down, and so momentum for this offense. Great patience from Kennedy to McGill on that play, just taking his time, finding his running back wide open for the big gain. Ball on the 39-yard line. McGill in the shotgun, gonna throw. Gets it out in the open, and stepping in front is Dylan Camp. Another interception. He's at the 40. Can he get a block? He's at the 50. He's down. Look at the anticipation on this replay from Dylan Camp. That was not out of thin air. That was by design.
Officials timeout for an injured player.
We'll step away from the action. Can the Wolves capitalize on the second turnover of the afternoon from the Wildcats? 7-0, Wolves on top of the Wildcats here on Flow Sports and Woo TV. 7:56 on the clock. Dylan Camp now recording his 4th interception. Tyler Copeland joining him as well with the first interception, his 4th on the year as well. Now I'm with Malik Ross, 3 players on this team with 4 takeaways via the interception. Fight underneath. Nope, that is Cyrus Taylor trying to get something started on the wide receiver screen. Nothing there. 2nd down and 10. Turnover battle being won by the Wolves, 2-1. Ball at midfield. Wolves have found something to pick on in the defensive secondary for the Wildcats, and McCarty is going to run the ball off the left side, gets a block, hits the 40 at the 35. 15 yards for number 15. 1st down, Western Oregon. One of the things I've always loved about this Wolves offense, again, it is to pound the ground, but how physical their receivers are. And you look at players like Kayvon Edey with that body. How strong is he? And then they've got the ubiquitous players out there, somewhere ranging between 5'9" and 6'1" and about 170 pounds, but they all play with grit and tenacity. Land will go in motion out of the backfield. McCarty up the middle, finds some more room to run. He'll pick up 4.5 or 5 yards on 1st down. One of the things that changed early in this season was Jordan McCarty and his attitude. Wouldn't say that he wasn't having fun playing, but he really brought this offense together, and it is galvanized right now, and it has shown its most multifaceted look at the most opportune time on Championship Saturday. McCarty is not done calling his number. Now he runs inside the 5-yard line. He is picking apart the Wildcats defense. "21 yards for McCarty. 1st down and goal. Land goes off the left side, and he is met by a stern test. Tackle made by Chase Lodehammer. A different type of running back coming in now in Tyler Knold, a little bit more upright and physical than Jermaine Land. McCarty now with 6 running attempts, netting himself 46 yards. Knold 7 yards deep on the 4-yard line are the Wolves trying to get a 2-score lead. They'll hand it to Knold. He'll go off the right side, put his helmet down, and thrust forward. Couple of yards picked up by number 42. Terrion Sweet looking to check in for the first time. Not going to come in. They're going to keep Knold out there. 3rd down and goal to goal. Wolves playing with a chip on their shoulder and a chance to take a 2-score lead. Knold gets outside to the left. He'll run for the pylon. He'll dive. He's close. Pushed out of bounds. How close was it? Wildcats stretch Knold out, and he leapt for the pylon, but he'll fall about a yard short. And I don't think there's a question right now about what's going to happen here. Big 4th down conversion opportunity. Timeout going to be called by the Wildcats.
Central Washington, their first timeout of the half. 30-second timeout.
Wolves really have a chance to put a stamp on this first half by putting together a drive after a Kennedy McGill interception, his 2nd on the afternoon. He's 6 of 12 for 2 interceptions and only passed for 65 yards. Camp and Copeland have just been doing all of the dirty work in the defensive backfield, but now it's McCarty who's really opened up this offense for Coach Harris this afternoon. 2 big runs on this drive. Will it be McCarty one more time? Four minutes and 3 seconds. McCarty in the shotgun. Jumbo set. High snap. Gets it to Knoll. Knoll runs off the right side. Touchdown, Wolves! McCarty contains the snap. Gets it to Knoll. And now the Wolves leading 13-0 over the number 6 team in Division II football. The last time the number 6 team, came to MacArthur Field was the University of North Alabama. And that was a huge upset game. Sorry about the technical difficulties for a moment, but the extra point, it is up and it is good. We'll take a short break here. 14-0 Wolves on top of the Wildcats on Flow Sports and Woo TV. Welcome to Championship Saturday at MacArthur Field in Monmouth, Oregon. The Wolves are putting together a masterpiece of a performance here in the first half. 3 minutes and 56 seconds, 8 plays and 50 yards. Jordan McCarty really doing the work, getting 2 big runs from the quarterback position. Tyler Knoll punches it in on the 1-yard rush. Into the end zone, the Wildcats will down it, and they will take the touchback. Amazingly enough, the Wolves this afternoon, 0 of 4 on third down conversions, but they get a big fourth down conversion inside the red zone, and that led to the score that now gives us the 14-0 outlook, and the Wildcats have got to be a bit shell-shocked. This is a position they are not used to being in. The Wolves defense looks hungry, and they go after McGill, but he's patient, kind of running in a similar fashion to McCarty, hesitating and then choosing to go forward on the power run, picking up 3 yards. Aiden Murphy with over 70 tackles on the season, along with Malcolm Leofau. They are a dynamic duo in the linebacker room here at Western Oregon. They'll give him 5 yards there. McGill, shifty, being able to make the move. Featherstone at the bottom of your screen. Wide receiver for the Wildcats. Has a couple of targets in this game. What can you say about Joseph Northcutt? Just an awesome defensive player. Taylor on the carry. Northcutt slides down from the right side of the line and cuts down the runner. Now under 3 minutes, the Wolves have 2 timeouts. This is an important 3rd down and 5. Can the defense get the offense back on the field? With those 2 timeouts, can they do something with it? Wolves will get the second half opening kickoff. They've got a real chance to stamp and punctuate this first half with a defensive play. Leofau comes up the middle trying to rush. They're going to get to McGill. He's flushed out. Is the coverage there? And stepping in front and breaking up the play looks like Malik Ross. We've got a number change for the Wolves. They juked me out. But a great pass breakup from the secondary again for the Wolves. Fight's going to be at his own 30. 2 minutes and 25 seconds. Fight calls for a fair catch. Wolves are going to get the ball back and a chance to stretch this lead. McCarty does have an interception on the afternoon, but he has taken care of the ball and really orchestrated a well-balanced attack. 4 of 8 on the afternoon for 104 yards. Has 150 net total yards for this offense in the first half. 150 of the 161 total yards have come from Jordan McCarty as he keeps it on first down, and he's met immediately at the line of scrimmage. Kuma Scanlon with the tackle. Grable gets the credit for the tackle. 2-minute warning.
That is the 2-minute timeout.
Wolves on top 14-0, have second down and 10 on the 32-yard line when we come back on Flow Sports and Woo TV. Welcome back to MacArthur Field, 14-0. The Western Oregon Wolves on top of the Central Washington Wildcats. Old foes from the GNAC Conference now meeting for a Lone Star Championship Saturday, and so far the Wolves are getting the better of their arch nemesis, their biggest enemy in their school's history that goes back to 1929. This series is owned by the Wildcats. 47-22, Terrion Sweet cuts it up. Now he's got a man to beat at the 50. He gets the 40 at the 30, looking for an angle and a tackle, but not before he gets inside the 20-yard line. A huge, big hitter. No penalty flags. Wolves on their way to the red zone and a chance to score again.
Holding.
Look
Offense,
at this
number
hole on the
66.
right side.
10-yard penalty
Sweet
from the previous
turns
spot.
on the afterburners.
Second down.
And picks up big yardage for the Wolves offense. Why are we coming back, and where was the penalty flag? Oh, that's gross. What a beautiful run, and what bad eyesight from yours truly, as they are calling a penalty on Western Oregon. Boo. Maybe that's why Terrion Sweet was able to go sweeping down the field on his merry way, as the ball will go back to the 22-yard line. It'll bring up second down and 20. Stack wide receivers on both sides of the field. I don't think it was an inadvertent whistle, but something was amiss on the far side of the field. First time we've seen this look from the Wolves offense. 15 on the play clock. McCarty taking his time. He'll send Fight in motion. Fight gets the ball. He looks for a block from Cody Hall. He gets it, but the Wildcats defense reacts quickly and makes the tackle. With a minute on the clock, we'll see a timeout from the Wildcats, as they know
Central
this
Washington.
third down and long
Their second
conversion
timeout of the half.
is a
30-second
big
timeout.
deal for them. They would love to see themselves get the ball back and see if they can muster any sort of offense. They've been in Wolves territory twice, and the Wolves turned them over deep on a drive on downs. Wolves have to be very careful here on this play. I don't expect McCarty to throw. They don't want to stop the clock for their opponent here and give them extra time late in the first half. Edey will be at the bottom of your screen. Fight picked up 3 yards on the previous play. They'll put Kayvon Edey in the backfield. They'll stop him. McCarty now off the left side. He runs, but he's spied and taken down quite easily by the Wildcats defense.
Timeout, Central Washington. Their third and final timeout of the half. Game clock operator, please put 54 seconds on the game clock. 5-4.
54 seconds on the game clock. Wildcats are going to exhaust their final timeout. Kyle Babcock will have to come out and punt the ball for a third time here in the first half. Averaging 36 yards along of 43 today. Wolves now 0 of 5 on third down. Their defense has been particularly good on that down as well. The Wolves holding the Wildcats to 2 of 7 on fourth down. A good old knockdown, drag-out game between opponents that know each other well. Wildcats set up shop on their own 30-yard line. Babcock kicks it. They sent the block, and it will be fair caught by Central Washington. They'll have the ball with 48 seconds at their own 33-yard line. What do you do here? There hasn't been any threat, in my estimation, that McGill can really force the ball down the field. He's had a couple of opportunities, but anytime he's looked to make anything happen over 15 yards, it's been Camp and Copeland there to be the disruptors. McGill now runs up the middle, runs into a defensive lineman, and he's going to go down. Aiden Murphy shakes his fingers. No, sir. None shall pass. LJ Emo with the big tackle. Under 30 seconds at 2nd and 12. And there's not much explaining to do right now. The better football being played by Western Oregon this afternoon. Wildcats now under 10 seconds with the ball have become one-dimensional. 2 big turnovers and 2 touchdowns from the Wolves as we hit zeros here on Senior Day. And a game for a championship in the Lone Star Conference. The Western Oregon Wolves on top of the Central Washington Wildcats, 14-0 on Flow Sports and Woo TV.
sipping alone, yeah, yo, yeah, I'm in my zone. Henny, Patron, yeah, I'm sipping alone, yeah, yo, yeah, I'm in my zone.
Welcome back to Woo TV on Flow Sports this afternoon, live from MacArthur Field. Score is 14-0, Wolves on top of the Wildcats. What's at stake? We're going to put a graphic up for you, but let me kind of break it down for you. A win by Western Oregon this afternoon, and they will be the Lone Star Conference champions via the outright victory that they would have over Central Washington. They will receive an automatic bid to the postseason, their first since 2010. If the Wildcats go on to come back and steal a victory from the Wolves, who are undefeated at MacArthur Field this season, a perfect 5-0 and riding a 6-game winning streak overall, the Wildcats would be crowned champions of the Lone Star Conference in their third season in the Lone Star. Wolves and Wildcats joined 3 years ago with Simon Fraser. Simon Fraser no longer with a football team. Wolves are going to be kicking it off. Wildcats have a lot of questions right now. How multidimensional can this offense get? The sun is bright here on November 15th, and a missed tackle from the Wolves, and it's going to give the Wildcats a great start to this second half on a strong run. The Wolves' defense was stout in that first half. Gino Gamo with the stop for the Wolves, but not before the Wildcats marched the ball all the way out to the 37-yard line. Kennedy McGill, not the best first half, 6 of 13 for 63 yards and 2 interceptions, leading to touchdowns for the Wolves. Little fly sweep action coming from Central Washington, stretching out the Wolves defense, coming up with a tackle, Tyler Copeland. They give credit to Leofau for the tackle. Logan Brady running the ball on first down, picking up 9. Now will McGill look for an opportunity to open up this offense and see if he can take a cap off the defense. The Wolves have been great today, but they'll give it to Justice Taylor, and he runs strong off of the left side, and he'll move the ball near midfield and pick up first down yardage. Darren Ulrich, the tackler for the Wolves. Third time this afternoon we've seen the Wildcats offense move into Western Oregon territory. A couple of interceptions and also a turnover on downs for the Wildcats in this position. Getting back to the basics, Coach Fisk just handing the ball off 3 times in a row. 3-yard pickup on first down for the Wildcats, moving the ball to the 45-yard line. Northcutt with another tackle. Can't put the cart before the horse, but it would be good to see the Wolves find a way to get this Wildcats team off of the field early here in the second half. Personnel looks set for a run. McGill keeps it himself. There was backside pursuit, but it's not much yardage gained there by the quarterback, Malcolm Leofau, coming out with another tackle. Some of their victories, like I said, on the season: 52-6, 91-31, 56-7, 27-14, 24-21. Those are their closest games. They're not used to being in this position. The Wildcats, though, come out with a couple of big first downs to start the third quarter. 3rd and 6. Can the Wolves defense step up? Throw is underneath, and it gets to the sticks. And it will be the Wildcats keeping the drive alive deeper into Wolves territory. Samonte Featherstone having himself an afternoon. His 5th target, his 3rd reception, and that was good.
Personal
for a
foul,
first down.
face mask, defense number 4. 15 yards will be added to the end of the run. First down.
Big penalty, going to add 15 yards with a face mask from the Wolves. Cam Forrest, number 4, whistled for the face mask penalty. Moves the ball all the way down to the 21. And in a little over 3 minutes, Central Washington looking to get right back into this game. Little adjustments from the defensive line from the Wolves. McGill now from the shotgun, airs it out, finds the wheel route, and his man is wide open, but he's going to fall short. And actually an incomplete pass. Andrew Malloy, nice little wheel route coming out of the tight end position. You've seen him a lot used in the offensive scheme today from Central Washington, moving him from right to left and left to right, trying to get the personnel matchup that they want. Personally, I wouldn't mess with the secondary of this Wolves team today. 2nd down and 10, ball spotted on the 21. McGill spins around, looking for somebody open, finds a man underneath, and the ball comes out, and it is intercepted, or did it hit the ground? Malloy was the target again. Malcolm Leofau scoops it off the ground, but it'll bring up 3rd and long now for the Wildcats offense. Stalling out again, trying to get anything going and get points on the board. Let's take a look at that and see how close it was to an interception. McGill gets it, comes out of the hands of Malloy, but it hits the ground first before the 3rd interception of the afternoon, but only 2 so far. Wolves want to sow pressure here on 3rd down. Looks like a passing down. McGill steps up in the pocket. It collapses. Man gets a hand on him, but now he's going to run on his own, and nothing much is there. He will pick up the yardage, but the question now is, are they going to try to put points on the board via a field goal? Answer is yes. 38-yard attempt. Wyatt Redding now looking for a score for Central Washington. The kick is up, and it is good. The Wildcats get the opening drive. They stall out, but they're able to put 3 points on the board with 10:37 on the clock here in the 3rd quarter. Wolves on top of the Wildcats, 14-3 on Flow Sports and Woo TV.
Media timeout.
Beautiful afternoon here in the Pacific Northwest for championship football in the Lone Star Conference. Been quietly saying it to myself all afternoon. What do you think those teams in Texas think about championship football being played in the state of Oregon? And a team from Washington with an opportunity to take that title away. Surprising outcome. The Wolves were picked to finish 5th in this conference. Wildcats were picked to finish 2nd, and that's where they will finish if they come up short today here in Monmouth, Oregon. Not much offense out of the Wildcats, only 150 yards on 40 plays. Controlled the time of possession, holding the ball for 22 minutes or 10 minutes longer than the Wolves. The Wolves, 26 plays for 167 yards, and surprisingly, it's Jordan McCarty's arm, as it's going to be a touchback for the Wolves when they get their first set of downs here in the 3rd quarter. Wildcats are used to scoring early and often and throughout the game, have only managed 3 points. McCarty on the afternoon, 4 of 8. Looks like they took about 7 yards away from him, according to my calculations, but he's got 97 yards through the air and a couple of plays over 30 yards. Ball on the 25-yard line, and Land is in the backfield, sending Cody Hall in motion to the bottom of your screen. Land has it, trying to stretch out the Wildcat defense, but again, this has got to be just imitation is the sincerest form of flattery type of game. They have just about the same look up front as the Wolves do this afternoon, and there has not been great opportunities to run the ball. Land now with 5 carries and less than 10 yards. Land gets shipped out of the backfield. Now a pass to Cody Hall. He's wide open. He's already at the 50. Turns on the afterburners and goes to the 40. Total miscommunication by the Wildcats defense, and it will be the Wolves matriculating into Wildcat territory and answering back after the 38-yard field goal on the previous possession. Cody Hall now, third reception in the game. McCarty in the shotgun. Power run off the left side. Now he's going to throw. Land was tripped up, but there's no penalty flag on the play. That's where he was trying to go, with Land trying to streak toward the sideline. Defense being applied by Antoine Lee. Nope, Javante Walker. Nice play by Javante Walker, able to keep Land away from the reception. Second down and 10, 9 minutes and 17 seconds here in the third quarter. Wolves have 72 yards rushing on the afternoon. McCarty fakes again. He's in trouble, and again, they have really started to spy on number 15 for the Wolves. They're not letting him get to the open lanes and the explosive plays that he's able to make as a quarterback that is very strong in the running game. My concern for McCarty right now, though, is he's got to carry that ball closer and tighter to his chest. You know that the Wildcats defense would love to force a turnover on the Wolves quarterback. 3rd and 11. Wolves yet to convert a third down conversion. Fight goes in motion. McCarty now looks in the middle of the field. Was throwing for Edey, but Edey not 9 feet tall. Penalty flag, it looks like, on the field. Could be a late hit on Jordan McCarty from the Wildcats defense.
Holding. Offense number 52. That penalty is declined. 4th down.
Babcock will come on to punt the ball away. Micah Roberson goes back and camps inside his 10-yard line. Steps away from the ball. Can it get a good bounce for the Wolves? And yes, they do. They're able to stop the ball at the 8-yard line. We see the red hat on the field. We'll step away for a short break here. No, we will not. I cannot tell what they're going to do. They were going to step away, but we are live back and ready to go. 1st down and 10 from the 8-yard line for the Wildcats, trailing by 11. McGill waits for the snap. Tough running yards. Malcolm Leofow tries to get in there and strip the ball away, but not before about a 4.5 or 5 yard pickup. They give Murphy the tackle, though. Bumgarner with the run. On 1st down. It'll bring up 2nd and 6. Wolves defense trying to crowd the line. Pressure comes. McGill steps up. Sterling comes up with the tackle. Rubs his belly. Critical 3rd down here. Central Washington, 2 of 9 so far today. And they have forced themselves into situations that their offense is not used to. Helmet-on-helmet football here on 3rd down and 4. McGill goes up the middle, and he's not going to get it. Wildcats send on the special teams unit and have to punt it away. Jalen Fight will be around midfield. Chance for the Wolves to capitalize here on special teams and get great field position. Wyatt Redding kicks it away. Booming kick, taking Fight all the way back inside his own 30. He's tripped up immediately. Wonderful open field tackler from Connor Golf. Wolves will have the ball at the 31-yard line, 1st down and 10. More than halfway through the 3rd quarter.
Media timeout.
Media timeout. 6:14 on the clock. Wolves 14, Wildcats 3 here on Flow Sports and Woo TV. Kayvon Edey, bottom of your screen. Cyrus Taylor at the top of your screen. Jermaine Land in the backfield. Jumbo set for the Wolves offense. McCarty hands it to Land. Land goes off the right side. Tries to keep his feet moving, and he does. Big yardage for number 23. An authoritative run. A stable of great running backs for Arn Ferguson and this coaching staff, and Coach Harris using it to perfection there, running off of the right side. And it is Jermaine Land keeping those legs moving and getting 1st down yardage and moving the sticks. Ball placed at the 38. McCarty gets another high snap. He'll run off the left side. And does a better job protecting the ball that time, but only picks up about 2.5 yards on 1st down. Great time right now for the Wolves to put together a scoring drive. They've been deliberate in their play calling today, but we haven't seen yet in the second half the little fake from McCarty kind of causing a play action and watching the linebackers creep up for the Wildcats, and maybe something McCarty could take advantage of again here late in the 3rd quarter. He's going to have to pass, but now he's going to have to run. And he's able to keep the ball and move the chains once again. Pushes the ball past midfield out to the 49-yard line of Central Washington. This is very interesting. I believe what you're going to see for the rest of the afternoon is just pure discipline from the Wolves offense. Burns in motion. They don't get the ball to him, but McCarty runs straight up the middle for tough yards. As he goes, this Wolves offense is going right now. He is effectively running the football, and he has been timely in the passing game. Western Oregon doesn't just seem content. They feel like the way to win this game, as I stated at the beginning, was going to be between the 20-yard lines and just see if they can wear out the defensive line and make this a game of attrition. Knoll off the left side gets a good push and a second push, and he'll take it right down to another first down for the Wolves as they slowly move down the field and watch this third quarter become more like the first half. Western Oregon today playing with great confidence. Both sides of the ball. They have been not mistake-free, but they have played a fairly clean game. McCarty, play action, in trouble. Throws it away wisely. Those are the little things that will not show up in a box score, but McCarty's presence there to know that the play had been snuffed out and getting rid of the football gives his team another chance here at 2nd and 10 on the 38. Surprised the crowd's not a little more into this game. McCarty now 5 of 11 for 132 yards through the air this afternoon. 2:52 on the clock. Knoll up the middle, busts through, flipped over. But the Wolves are moving down the field with authority. 3 consecutive first downs. This offensive line and their attitude is flexing right now. Terrion Sweet comes in for Knoll. Kayvon Edey, top of your screen. Would love to get a target for him on senior day. Second leading receiver for the Wolves. Now play action. They're going out to Edey. Back shoulder throw, and they had the right call, and they had the right design, just didn't get the pass they needed from McCarty. Two minutes and 2 seconds left in the third quarter. Wolves pitched a shutout in the first half, up 14-0, have given up a field goal to the Wildcats. Terrion Sweet runs the ball straight up the middle. Make a third and manageable situation. Scanlon gets the tackle for the Wildcats defense. 4 yards on the run from Terrion Sweet. Ball on the 23-yard line. Wolves knocking on the door, trying to get some red zone offense here before the end of the third quarter. Fight in motion. Not the fly sweep, but they wanted to go with McCarty, but there wasn't tricking anybody there. Less than a yard on that play. Field goal unit comes out. 36-yard attempt. Big plays for Zane Colson, 2 of 3 on the season. Can he extend the lead back out to 14 with 46 seconds remaining in the third quarter? on Championship Saturday. Snap is up, it's clean, the kick is up, and it is good. Colson comes through in the clutch and pushes the lead back out to 14. Matching field goals here for the Wildcats and the Wolves in the third quarter. Great response from the Wolves offense, able to take that drive and just use clock. Again, there's been nothing dynamic today for Central Washington really at all. They have not been able to open up their playbook. They have been stuck in the mud running the ball, and they have been dominated by the Wolves secondary. Make no mistake, the Wolves would like to improve their paltry numbers on third down conversions today, but they have really taken advantage of their scoring opportunities today. Didn't expect a lot of scoring in this game. Both teams know each other so well. A rivalry that goes all the way back to 1929. Bumgarner and Featherstone back deep. Featherstone will pick it up at his own 1. He'll bring it out. Good speed from the return man. Takes the ball outside the 40-yard line. That is a great start for Central Washington. 26 seconds remaining in the third quarter. Football's a game for certain, but one thing that you can see today is that the Wolves defense and offense brought their lunch pails. They are here for a fight for 60 minutes. McGill calling the action from the shotgun exclusively this afternoon. Ball at the 43-yard line, first down and 10 for Central Washington. Late here in the third quarter, it's going to be a pass. Man is wide open, it looked like, on the coverage, but there's going to be a late flag. I think Cam Forrest is going to get whistled for a penalty.
Holding, defense number 4, 10-yard penalty, automatic, first down.
Automatic first down on the holding penalty. Colson with the 36-yard field goal, an 11-play, 55-yard drive that took up over 5.5 minutes. Great work from the Wolves offense, able to capitalize and put points on the board and keep the lead at 14, where it started at the beginning of this quarter. Wildcats in Wolves territory. McGill now looking left, lost the ball up, got one-on-one, and again, we're going to get a penalty flag on the far side of the field.
Pass interference, defense number 9, 15-yard penalty,
Dylan
first
Camp's
down.
going to be whistled for the 15-yard pass interference. It'll move the ball down to the 33-yard line. 14 seconds left in the third quarter. Wolves average about 7 penalties a game for 70 yards. They're going to have to keep it in check here at the end of this game. Ball is out! Ball is out! Wolves had it for a moment. Wildcats able somehow to keep the ball. That's the end of the quarter. 4 fingers go up for this Wolves defense. Everybody goes to their sideline, and we are ready for the final round. Quarter number 4 coming up. Wolves on top 17-3 over the Wildcats on Flow Sports brought to you by Woo TV. Looked like it was Pula who stripped the ball away. I don't know if we have a replay of that last play on the third quarter, but man, had the Wolves been able to pounce on that. Great shot of the sideline. They are hyped up with the music. Again, maybe a subdued crowd. You just don't want to let yourself believe until this game is final what's going to happen. The Wolves are 15 minutes away from a championship in the Lone Star Conference. Who would have thunk it? Second down and 22. 12 yards on that strip fumble recovered by the Wildcats. McGill now with a closed pocket. Has to step up, and it's not having to run. Gets it out to Malloy. Malloy catches it, and then the ball hits the ground. I don't believe he ever retained possession. I think this should be an incomplete pass. I don't know if you got that there for us in the replay booth, but that to me, I'm not certain he ever had possession of that ball. Hard to tell. But a bang-bang play, but it's going to bring up 3rd and long for this Wildcat offense, and there is concern in general about what they can do against this defense. There is a meeting on the far side of the field with the referees. I wouldn't be surprised if this turns into an incompletion.
Ruling on the field is a catch, fumble, recovered by the offense, personal foul, face mask, defense number 29. 15 yards will be added to the end of the run. First down.
Nobody said it was going to be easy. 14 seconds into the fourth quarter. It looks like an apparent incomplete pass to Malloy. Fumbled, recovered again by the Wildcats, and Tyler Copeland, already with an interception, gets whistled for a face mask penalty, giving an automatic first down and moving the ball all the way to the 31-yard line of the Wolves. That's a tough break, and this is going to be the make-or-break moment in this season for the Wolves. 6-game winning streak and a championship on the line. They've got to keep the penalties down. Look at McGill go. He sneaks out everybody 26 yards into the end zone. And I'll tell you what we got now, folks. We have a ball game, a one-score game early here in the fourth quarter. You have to be lucky at times, too. You have to be fortunate. Head scratcher on the far side of the field for Tyler Copeland with the face mask. It's an emotional game, but you've got to play within yourselves. Kick is up, and it is good. 17-10. 14:23 remaining here in the fourth quarter. Wolves will get the ball back. Can they answer here on Flow Sports and Woo TV? 3 plays, 56 yards, and 1:03 off of the clock from the third into the fourth quarter. And it's McGill. They're giving 29 yards on that rushing touchdown. Terrion Sweet will go back deep. Cyrus Taylor back deep as well. Kick is away, and it's going to be returnable. Taylor fetches it at the 2-yard line, tries to stretch out to the far side of the field, keeps his feet, and keeps on running, gets the ball all the way out to the 25, and there is penalty flags on the field. Finishing's the hardest thing to do, and the discipline that's going to have to be employed right now by the Wolves is going to be tantamount to whether or not they're going to come out with
during the return. Holding, receiving team number 32. 10-yard penalty from the spot of the foul.
On
first down.
The run back. Now it will be the Wolves with their backs against the wall. Unreal. Seventh penalty in the game for 85 yards. What a difference that makes. That's a football field almost, my friends. McCarty will send his tight end in motion. Hand it to Land. No, they fake it. McCarty goes underneath, and they were trying to use the seam and get the ball out to their tight end, but there is a incomplete pass, and the Wolves now sort of have to go back to the basics. Hike the ball, hand the ball off, and run the ball. Backed up in their own territory on the 15-yard line. 14 long minutes in this fourth quarter. Land in motion. McCarty is in trouble. He's going to go down, and he gets sacked. For what the offense is not supplying today for Central Washington, the Wildcats defense in this second half is a different unit. They've made the adjustments. Third down and 15. Sun glaring in Jordan McCarty's eyes. Shores everything up with the offensive line and Jermaine Land about the play call. McCarty is stepping up, and he is in trouble again, and he's going down. Back-to-back sacks from the Wildcats. Biggest moment in the game coming up. Wolves will be punting from their own end zone. Babcock has to be careful not to step out of bounds. That would be a safety. Gets it away and gets a good kickoff. Takes a favorable bounce. Still going to be a chance for a return, but everybody on the Wolves gets down there and stops anything from happening. Great kick, and now there is a penalty flag in the end zone. Is it a roughing the kicker? This flag is important.
Running into the kicker. Defense, number 30. 5 yards will be added to the end of the kick. First down.
The Wolves escape by their chinny chin chin, and it is a roughing the kicker. That'll back up Central Washington even a few more yards. Momentum now squarely on the side of the visitors. Kennedy McGill broke free for that touchdown on the previous possession, the leading rusher on this offense for the season. They're going back to basic football themselves, but the Wolves are up to the challenge here on first down. Aiden Murphy with another tackle. Has 6 on the afternoon. Tackle for a short loss. Make it second down and 11. Nothing fancy right now for Central Washington. They want to put together and sustain a long drive. McGill looked left, came back right, has a man wide open. Aiden Murphy knocks the receiver out of bounds, not before he picks up 7 yards. Here we are down at third down again.
Third down, 3 yards to go.
Justice Taylor with that last reception. 3 of 10 on third down conversions for the Wildcats offense. McGill is going to pass. Copeland looks to bring pressure. Nobody there. Now has to loft it up in the air, and I see nobody there, but I see another penalty flag, and I believe it's going to be on the Wolves.
Prior to the pass, holding, defense number 4, 10-yard penalty, automatic, first down.
Penalties are piling up, and the opportunities that they are giving to Central Washington can come back to bite them here on this drive. Wolves have not really shown a propensity today to blitz McGill, but McGill needs to get dirty in that backfield right now, and we'll see if the Wolves dial up any sort of special package. Now McGill steps up in the pocket, has a man wide open over the middle, and it's caught briefly and then broken up. Wales the intended target. Both players down. Dylan Camp with another pass breakup, his second, and now feeding off the emotions of this crowd and a little bit of adrenaline.
Officials timeout for an injured player.
We'll take a break. We'll find out about the injury here on Flow Sports and Woo TV. Grable, the injured player for the Wildcats, able to get off the field under his own power. Good news. Second down and 10 on the Wolves' 46. And McGill will go back to work, sending Malloy to the left side of the offensive line. Wolves fall back on that defensive line, but McGill now finding holes in this defense, and he's using his legs big time in this second half. Approaching 10 and a half minutes remaining. Wolves have been outscored 10-3 here in the second half. 17-10. Wildcats looking to tie this game up. McGill, nowhere to go, but he's finding just enough room. Penalty flag again. It was first down and 10 at the 34.
Holding. Offense number 6.
Holding.
10-yard penalty from the spot of the foul.
On the Wildcats,
Replay.
they will
First
move
down.
backwards. Western Oregon has spent a lot of time on the field today. Their defense has been out there for nearly 26 minutes. Moves the ball back to the 44-yard line, and the clock continues to roll here in the fourth quarter. McGill from the shotgun. Steps into his throw. Finds a target, gets it back to the original line of scrimmage. Nice play. Pick up there by Ty Snyder. Second and 12 for this Wildcats offense. Really don't have a way of moving the ball down the field more than about 5 to 10 yards at a time. But they are wearing out the defense of the Wolves. They go right back to Snyder, and they pick on Forrest. Third down and 1 coming up. Fatigue, a real problem right now for Western Oregon. Got to communicate verbally and non-verbally. Going to have to come up with a big play. McGill throws, has a man open. Going to be enough for a first down. Bumgarner with the reception. Snyder comes off the field. Good to see Grable come back. Ball just outside the 20-yard line, heading towards 8 minutes. Wolves are ready. Just a simple run off the left side. Aiden Murphy comes in and is the first tackler. "15 runs for 63 yards for McGill this afternoon. Make it 16 for 72. Second down and 8, ball placed on the 19-yard line. 2 wide receivers out to his right. Taylor goes out in motion, but it's all for McGill just to push the pile forward towards the 15. Wolves and Wildcats have kept all 3 of their timeouts in their back pocket. Where is this crowd? Got to get involved in this game. Finally, third down and 4. Ball placed on the 16. Copeland creeping up. Double team, now lofted into the end zone. Gamma goes up, knocks it down. Another pass defense for this defensive backfield that's been everywhere today. Fourth and 4. Gamma breaks it up on the pass intended for Grable, and it's going to be another field goal. .33-yard attempt for the Wildcats. Good snap. Kick is up. And it is good. It is 17-13. Doesn't get much closer than that. With 6 minutes and 26 seconds, Wolves will get the ball back and a chance to put together a drive that could seal a championship. We'll find out what happens next here on Flow Sports, brought to you by Woo TV. A field goal makes it a 4-point game. The Wildcats are trying to come back, being down 14-0 at the half. Cyrus Taylor runs under the ball at the 7. Looking for a blocker, trying to make anybody miss, and not even going to make it out to the 20-yard line. Important set of downs coming up now for the offense of Western Oregon. Jordan McCarty is going to have to summon some great strength and fortitude here to put together the drive of his life. Fight and Kayvon Edey will line up together. Cody Hall and Cyrus Taylor on the top of your screen. Double stack wide receivers in this formation. Land in the backfield. Trying to spread out the Wildcats offense. Land spins away from a tackler, but not before he's met by several teammates from Central Washington. Tyler Canold will come in for Land. Wolves under 4 yards per carry this afternoon. Stacked wide receivers at the bottom of your screen. McCarty runs it straight up the middle. Gets out to the left, and then he is brought down. Chase Colson with the tackle. 3rd down and 8. Wolves have not converted on 3rd down. 0 of 8. They'll send Hall in motion. Pass is knocked down. Wolves are going to have to punt it away. Wolves cannot be worn out on defense, but they have been on the field today for 32 minutes. Another good punt from Babcock. Driving punt from his own 24, knocks the ball near the 30-yard line of the Wildcats. Turnovers came early for the Wolves on their interceptions. Now they've just got to find a way to contain one Kennedy McGill. really isn't any other offense. He's 11 of 24 for 101 yards and 2 interceptions, and he's run the ball 19 times for 75 yards. And right now, there's a lack of discipline on the right side of the defensive line, and the linebackers are not communicating that McGill is just going to keep the ball. He picks up 9 yards on first down. And this is a wonderful place to be if you are the Wildcats. You have a chance to take the air out of this football and rob the Wolves of their chance at a championship with their best 4-minute offense that they have. Pula comes in and stuffs the run, followed up by Ulrich. Elijah Pula is going to be a star for this defense for years to come. It'll bring up 3rd and 3. Wolves have to stay in their lane right now. They've got to find a way to keep Kennedy McGill in front of them. Under 3.5 in the fourth quarter. Wolves by 4. McGill the pass. Pressure comes from Leofau. Ball up in the air, and they will both struggle for it, and they're going to call no penalty. Grable was the intended target. Camp was back there again. They let him play on that play. That's a dangerous place to be if you're Camp and you don't turn your back. His back was turned. He did not turn around to look for that ball. He tracked the eyes of the receiver and got his hands up just in time. 4th down and 3. The Wildcats are on their own 37. They are not punting it away with their timeouts. They have got to come up with something here right now. What do the Western Oregon Wolves have in their bag of tricks right now? McGill's in the pocket. He looks. He has time. Lofts it up over the top. Man is there, and it is underthrown. It's a turnover on downs for the second time in this game. The Wolves defense comes up big and large at the right moment. They have the ball with 3:15, and they are within striking distance of scoring here, but it matters not. Just pick up first downs. Kennedy McGill threw off his back foot on that play. Had a man open in Logan Brady, but pass is underthrown, and the Wolves are able to take advantage and get the ball back on downs. Edie ends up in the backfield as an extra blocker. McCarty goes off the right side, lowers his shoulder, and gets up and gives a little bit of the business right to the Wildcats and says, this is what you can expect for the next 3 minutes. No nonsense football. This is helmets and pads, ladies and gentlemen, and the Wolves right now are taking a page out of the Wildcats book. They are physically trying to win this game, but maybe more importantly, they are mentally winning it. They're overcoming the penalties they've had in this half and not much offense. They've only been able to put up field goal here in the third quarter. Now, approaching 2.5 minutes. McCarty gets it. He's bum rushed, and he does not get much there. But the question becomes now, when does the Wildcats team need to start taking their timeout?
Central Washington.
Their
first time out of the half.
First time out. It's going to be 3rd down and 6 for the
30-second timeout.
Just ask the Toronto Blue Jays how hard it is to win a World Series. I know that could be a soft spot if you're a Blue Jays fan, but 18-inning game in Game 3 kind of had the Dodgers dead to rights in Game 6, and then Game 7, just miraculous comeback by the Dodgers. And getting over the line, sometimes it's harder than others, and most times it feels like it takes a lot longer than it should. These 2 minutes and 24 seconds for the Wolves is going to feel like an eternity. Wildcats came in on an 8-game winning streak. That is in jeopardy, trailing by 4. 3rd down and 7. It's a loss of a yard on the previous play. Hand it to Jermaine Land. Cannot hit the outside quick enough. What do you do here if you're the Wolves? I think they're going for it. We'll get to the 2-minute warning. We're going to find out what's going to happen. What's at stake? Like we said, the implication, a champion will be crowned.
That is the
next
2-minute timeout.
Here on Flow Sports and Woo TV. Two minutes remain in a absolute heavyweight tussle. Wildcats have had to burn a timeout. Babcock is going to come onto the field. It'll be his 6th punt, averaging just under 40 yards. He has a 55-yarder today, but his job is simple. It is to pin the Wildcats as deep in their own territory as possible. Roberson back. Inside his 10. Roberson kicks it. Funny spin on it. Now watch what happens. Is that ball down or is it a touchback? Wolves had a chance to down that.
Ruling on the field as the ball went into the end zone. Touchback.
Ball entered the end zone.
Ball be placed at the 20-yard line.
2 timeouts and 1 minute and 47 seconds of eternity for this Wolves defense. Have been on the field for 34 minutes and 15 seconds. Have only given up 13 points. Kennedy McGill in this Wildcat offense has to go 80 yards. Has to score a touchdown. Pass. Malloy. It's tipped. Oh my goodness, what a fortuitous moment almost for the Wolves defense as the pass is broken up to Malloy and then almost an offensive lineman caught the ball for the Wildcats. Fans have been instructed to not enter the playing field after this game. And this crowd finally is ready to make some noise. About time, guys. McGill gonna pass. Looks over the middle, has a man open. But it is incomplete. Feels like the Wildcats are pressing and trying to hit a home run. Featherstone was the target, and guess who is on him? None other than Dylan Camp. Camp's got an interception and multiple pass breakup. He's been on an island today by himself, and he has been the defensive all-star and MVP according to this MVP. 3rd down and 10 on the 20. Wildcats would love to pick up half of that yardage here. Chance of defense. McGill now with all the time in the world. Can't believe there's not a holding. He retreats, throws the ball up in the air, and it is out of bounds, and there's no penalty flag. It brings up 4th down and 10. There's an anticipation for jubilation. Wolves defense looking for one more stop. A stop for championship glory in 2025 in the Lone Star Conference, and we'll have to wait as Western Oregon exercises
Western
a
Oregon,
timeout.
their first timeout of the half.
Get a look at
30-second
what Central
timeout.
Washington was planning on 4th and 10. The Wolves had a tough start to the season. They have found a way to rally around each other and win in a variety of ways in all 3 phases of the game: special teams, defense, and offense. And what it's going to come down to is its calling card. Their rush defense today was just good enough to keep Kennedy McGill from being a real headache this afternoon. Now it is going to be on McGill's shoulders, who's 11 for 29 and only 101 yards. Ball has to get outside the 30-yard line for the Wildcats to continue this possession and maintain any chance at a comeback. Not much pressure. Sterling comes off the right side. Stepping up is McGill. He finds his man, and it is a 1st down for Logan Brady. Brady with 17 yards, and now the hurry-up offense will come from the Wildcats. They keep the drive alive on 4th down. McGill out to the flat, and it's incomplete. Justice Taylor could not hold on to the high pass. Fitting that the Wolves defense will have to seal the deal for a championship. How much more will it take? And how much more do the Wildcats have to give this afternoon? They send Taylor out of the backfield. Underneath, great disguise on that throw and pass from the Wildcats offense as they move the ball to the 45, and we're under a minute. But when they get the 1st down, it stops the clock to move the chains. They're rolling again. Tempo being played now, and still 2 timeouts for Coach Fisk and Central Washington. McGill steps up in the pocket, goes to the outside, has a man open for another 1st down, and gets out of bounds. Playing great football coming out of their own territory. Now to move the ball into Wolves territory. Brady with his 2nd reception on the drive. Ball on the Wolves 44. Timeout going to be called.
Timeout, Western Oregon. Their 2nd timeout of the half.
Western Oregon
30-second
takes
timeout.
a timeout, and I think this is as much just to give his defense, Arn Ferguson, give them a break and see if they can catch their breath. You have to be completely focused at this moment and can't think about what really are the ramifications of what happens. It's just the next play, next man up. Can you get a stop? That is all this defense needs. and they will crown themselves Lone Star champions. Wolves could not contain the 4th down and 10 deep in Wildcat territory, and now they have moved the ball within scoring range on the 44-yard line. 2 timeouts remaining. Kennedy McGill, 3 for his last 3 for 36 yards. Copeland creeps up, now goes back into coverage. McGill's got plenty of time again. Pass is batted and thrown up in the air and almost taken down by Sterling, but a great defensive play getting the hands up. Second down and 10, 40 seconds remain. McGill to throw again, gets it outside to Malloy. Smartly gets out of bounds, and they have been able to move down the field and use the sideline to their advantage. 36 seconds. Bring up 3rd down and 3. There is no tomorrow for either one of these teams. Everything is about today. Sun starting to set. McGill, a clean pocket again. Gets the pass out. Incomplete. Logan Brady could not bring it in. Copeland was there for the hit. 4th down and 3. The second 4th down of this drive. Each play getting closer, each play getting bigger for both of these teams who have played one heck of a game. Both teams have fought hard. Thank you, Rasheed Wallace. Now can the Wolves come up with one last defensive stand and stamp themselves in the record books. McGill is in trouble. He's going to have to throw against his body. He's at the 50. Sterling was there and he keeps his feet. Now can he run for the 1st down? Northcutt will come up with the tackle. Time will come off the clock. It'll be 18 seconds. And how in the world does he have the amount of time that he has and there is not a holding penalty?
Officials timeout for a measurement.
They're going to measure this, but I'm pretty sure that Kennedy and McGill picked up the yardage needed. Pretty heroic run, if you ask me. He ran from the Wolves sideline, essentially, to the middle of the field, all the way potentially to the far sideline. Had to run nearly 40 yards to pick up the 3 that he needed, and I think he got 4. The measurement will act as a timeout for the Wildcats. They'll get a little bit of extra time to prepare. But what are they going to dial up? This has got to be just gut-wrenching if you're a Wolves fan, and equally if you're a Wildcats fan. And what would you suppose that Coach Fisk might dial up on this offensive play for Central Washington? I think you might see a trick play. Watch for the halfback pass. First down by a football. A game of inches. Now 29 yards separate Central Washington from the end zone, and a miraculous comeback victory. "18 seconds remain. McGill steps up in the pocket. He's going to run again, and he gets big yardage. He keeps balls down on the ground. It's free. Do the Wolves have it? Do the Wolves have it? Four seconds remaining. Oh my gosh.
Ruling on the field is a fumble recovered by the offense. First down.
Let's take a look at it and how close it was to being a fumble that ended the Wildcats' championship hopes.
Timeout,
was there,
Central Washington. Their second timeout of the half.
McGill falls
30-second timeout.
Timeout being called now by the Wildcats. They're going to have the ball on the 13-yard line and have one play. I guess there's only one question to ask. Are you nervous? I am for certain. Do you scare easily? Sometimes I do. Everything comes down to one play. A championship is on the line. The outcome of this play will determine the Lone Star champion of 2025. You cannot ask for anything better in sports. But you're going to have to wait.
Timeout, Western Oregon. Their third and final timeout of the half. 30-second timeout.
If you've got them, use them. And again, I think the timeouts have been instrumental for Coach Arn Ferguson, who coaches the defense of this Western Oregon team. He just wants to give them time to rest. They have been on the field the majority of the game and then some. Wolves win, and they are the outright champions of the Lone Star Conference. Wildcats score a touchdown here on the final play of regulation. They will be Lone Star champions. 60 minutes of football. We've played 59 minutes and 56 seconds. Trips, wide receivers, 4 wide receivers in the set. McGill in the shotgun. Leafau for the Wolves defense is in the middle. Aiden Murphy on the line. McGill looks back, has time, clean pocket, steps up, is going to have to run. Now he throws, man wide open in the end zone, and at the buzzer, the Wolves will be shocked. Central Washington with the touchdown to Logan Brady, a 13-yard touchdown and a heartbreaking defeat. No penalty flags on the field. The Wolves are outscored 19-3 in the second half. And the Wildcats come to Monmouth, Oregon, and they stun the Western Oregon Wolves. Their 6-game winning streak is snapped. Now they have to be an at-large bid within their region to play in the postseason. Second place in the Lone Star Conference, but congratulations to Coach Fisk and the Central Washington Wildcats as this barn burner comes down to the buzzer with a Logan Brady touchdown from Kennedy McGill. I want to take a moment before we go off air. I want to thank everybody at Woo TV. It's been an excellent season, 6 great games, 5-1, guys. The crew today: Samuel Friedman, secondary education. Math, it looks like Richard, music, digital marketing, Alexis Wright, alumni, and Deborah Rizal, the former head of Woo TV. To Ryan, thank you for everybody. Final score today in heartbreaking fashion, 19-17. The Wildcats win with 4 seconds remaining. Triple zeros on the 13-yard touchdown to Brady. We'll be back here on Woo TV and Flow Sports for basketball starting next week on the 21st and 22nd for home action for men's and women's basketball. I'm Matthew Vincente Palumbo on behalf of everybody at Woo TV and Flow Sports, wherever you are. Get home safely, stay kind, and spread love.